There you go, my nigga. Fuck 'em. Oh yeah, we live chat. We is fucking live chat. We back, my nigga. Don't even worry about no bullshit. 4 views, nigga. Yeah, we definitely back. And we on YT with it. What's poppin'? You see it. Oh yeah, we're in the bitch. Lit in the bitch. Lit in the bitch. Let's see what we got. I'm still mad about we just lost to them fucking niggas. Really? Like, really? That nigga went to a bag, for real.
All right. Minnesota up in the series against Luka and the Lakers. And we'll see what Minnesota's able to do in this great start for Julius Randle in this one ball right there. And Luka had himself a good start too. 13 first quarter points, just like Julius Randle had.
But nigga ain't do nothing with it, y'all.
Luka again from 27. Lakers by 4. LeBron, quick release. And they've got a 7-point lead. Now the lead.
No, this shit need to see it. Fuck
these guys.
That shit wild. 5 roll.
And you're down 10 to start the fourth. Just what was going through your mind about how to get you guys back into the game when you came out so aggressive like you did?
Going to the fourth?
Fuck you, nigga.
Anytime I get open shooting.
How did you feel something different? Like, did you feel like this game was there to take?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like we took their best punches throughout the game and to start the third and get to end the third. So, like, I felt like they was gassed going down the stretch. So, just trying to, keep my foot on the pedal and keep going.
And through the 4 games of this series thus far, you have 23 assists and only 6 turnovers, which is a lot better assist-to-turnover ratio than you had in the regular season. What's the difference? What are you doing differently, do you think?
Reading the game, watching more film. When the playoffs come around, you get a little more time, to settle down and really lock in with your player development coach. So, Sehan's been doing a great job of sending me clips 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. When we see each other, we talk about it, break some film down. So, just everything like that.
And then both Chris Finch and Mike Conley said that you're taking a lot more interest and control into specifically what you want to see on the floor, what kind of situations you want.
That's because of my boy right here. Dante does a great job of coming and telling me like what they doing out there defensively, because sometimes I don't really recognize it, and when he gets in the game, he makes it easier for me for sure, because he tells me like, hey, Zach, they overplaying you, can backdoor right now. So just being able to read the game and then having teammates that looks out for you, I think that's the best thing about it.
Dante, for the second straight game, this was that 5-man unit that closed the game for you guys. What has been so effective for this unit?
Fuck, Dante, he's trying to hoop
on both ends of the floor.
Just being connected. I think that unit is, on the offensive end, you can throw it to anybody and anybody can kind of get downhill, make plays for one another. And when that is, the situation, and up top doing his thing.
For the season, man. You got me hot, nigga. Going on, y'all, boy. You got me hot.
LeBron, you, of course, have come back from down 3-1 before. Every situation is different, but kind of what does it take, and what's the message to a team after a tough emotional loss like this?
Obviously, you don't think about winning 3, you think about just getting the next one. And
that's the only thing that matters. Because now, obviously, the offseason begins, so it's all about.
But great for real.
So that's what's important.
So many big plays down the stretch. Did anything particular stand out to you, LeBron, in this one? As to how Minnesota was able to prevail.
Yeah, I mean, it was just big play after big play. They made a couple more plays than we did, obviously.
LeBron, you guys leave here without a win, but you guys were tied with 5 minutes to go in Game 3. Obviously, we're in position to win this game. Why do you think they were able to pull away late? And does the fact that, in terms of a problem-solving thing, does it still feel like this team is close to breaking through against them?
They won the game. It wasn't like they completely pulled away. I mean, they won the game. They just made a couple more opportunities.
You better win that game then, my nigga.
Obviously, ain't got to go in the fourth. I thought Nas minutes in the fourth was huge.
Bron, y'all drove it.
Hold him off, and he had a good post up with a left hand jump hook, and he came back, with a three. Every time we were trying to push the lead up, and obviously, I think Jaden had a couple good plays as well down the stretch. Obviously, one of the most important ones was the and one late in the game. We had opportunities to win. We just couldn't close.
You've said before that you prepare yourself to be able to play as close to 48 minutes as possible. You've literally done it in a playoff game before, but JJ played the entire group all 24 minutes in the second half. What's the feeling like expending that much energy in a playoff game? And then do you think there's any correlation between your guys' offensive numbers in the fourth and not getting any rest?
What was our offensive numbers in the fourth? I can see the 19 points, but what was our offensive numbers in the fourth? 3 for 17.
Whoa.
Yeah. We had some really good looks. Luka missed a point blank layup, to put us up 7. I missed a point blank layup to put us up 4. We had a couple of opportunities. I don't think fatigue had anything to do with that. We just missed some point blank shots.
Flying with all the hell.
We just weren't able to convert.
LeBron, oftentimes in games like this, we'll focus on the final quarter, final few minutes, but they outspread you guys, I think, by 6 to close the second, and then by, I think, 6 also to close the first quarter. How critical were those end-of-quarter moments for you guys from having an even bigger lead, or having a bigger lead?
It's very crucial. In a postseason game, closing quarters is very crucial. Obviously, first, second, and fourth, we didn't do that. We did a good job in the third quarter, but the first and the second quarter, and the fourth quarter, obviously, we weren't able to close quarters. So, that's definitely challenging for us for sure.
LeBron, the third was arguably the best the offense has looked in the series. You guys scored a series high, 36 points. I know they did some different things defensively with the hedging and the blitzing more than they had earlier, but are there things with the way the ball was moving, the way you guys were generating open corner threes that you feel like you can take forward into Game 5 and apply moving forward?
But wasn't enough. As Minnesota gets the one. Let's go ahead here.
Luka, how do you handle the emotional swing of holding on to win this game when you led it for much of the game, including late, and then losing and being down 3-1 to go home? When you process that as an individual and as a team?
It's definitely disappointing, but nothing is lost. But we haven't lost nothing yet. It's first win, for a win. Wins. Just gotta still believe.
We know that you were not feeling well last game. Can you take us through the last couple games, certainly the last couple days, and how you felt, how you're able to respond for today?
Mostly laying down, just not doing anything, just trying to get some rest. Today I felt better. There's no excuse not winning this game.
No count, no.
You guys were tied pretty late into the game in Game 3. Obviously, we're up 10 here in the fourth to start the quarter. What has it been down the stretch? Do you think that's come back to hurt you guys? Do you think fatigue played any factor in it?
This is the playoffs. Fatigue shouldn't play any role in this. play a lot of minutes, but I shouldn't play a role. I think they just executed better on the defensive end during the last minutes.
JJ said he thought you were tripped in the final minute. What was your kind of take on that sequence?
What do you think? I got tripped or not?
I honestly didn't have a great vantage point where I was sitting. So.
Oh, that I think I got tripped for sure. So we had to call timeout.
Is there any part of being a competitor
And caught it to you.
look at this situation and you're like, okay, like we got literally have to
Man, y'all niggas bad. Bad.
stepping forward into that challenge.
Yeah, it's a fun challenge, and we should have extra motivation to win these next 2 games. It's going to be very hard. Every possession is going to matter. We got to go 100% no matter what.
What was supposed to happen on the inbounds play? After you call timeout, what was supposed to happen? I think you guys only had 1 second, right, on the clock to get it across midcourt. How did that sort of impact what you guys were able to do?
Yeah, I mean, we had to
Daddy,
screens.
timeout is crazy,
AR should receive the
It's
ball.
wicked in big.
I thought LeBron was going to throw it there. He thought I was going to put it there. So it's kind of miscommunication, and I got to do better in those situations.
Wolves
You
on
guys
fire,
scored
you
a
wicked
series
for
high
it.
36 points in the third. They were mixing in some magic, let's say, which was different than how.
He said Wolves on fire, you crazy, bitch. Season 2? Starting. Whoa, my boy getting right. Whoa, buddy looking stupid. Nigga, what the fuck? Full throttle is crazy. Yeah, come on. Woo! You were playing soccer out there, dude. What the hell? My boy scrapping on? Chill out. Turbo Granny. Oh, no. So my nigga on board. No, who the fuck is this? Bro, it's getting crazy now. Oh, you might get stupid. July 3rd? Hold on, no. Hold on, no. July 3rd, kind of weak. Oh, fuck that. Oh, he's deaf. And it's on Netflix. Let me see. Crunchy shit. Who Mr. Nice Guy? What the fuck? To be hero. Hold on, they got more Overlord. What's the Overlord talking about? Give me urge. Oh my god. Niggas, that bitch got 20 for sure. Yeah, she most definitely got 10. Overlord definitely stupid, nigga. Oh, B. Go get right. What this shit, man? Whoa. Who's on bowling? They might be crazy. We got to leave out a bot. It's invincible. Yeah, definitely leave out bot. Ooh. Ace. Damn. That nigga need a beat, nigga. Oh my god. This much is up. What the fuck? Head typer. This ain't no my hero, nigga. Stop it. They stunned me. Woo! You trying to kill your ass. Whoa, he getting stronger. Get it on. Let's see what it's on. Oh God, what it means. What's it? 43.96. Most epic next gen anime fights. That should be popping. See this time out. The gold. Dream shit was lit. Hold on. You're not Goku trying to scrap like that, nigga. Stop it. Hold on. Ooh, what is the Dagger King? That nigga put up the ass. Hold on.
Anime fights have always
My nigga go on, nigga.
been insane.
Let's go.
This new generation, it takes the fights to a whole new level.
Yeah.
They create the kind of hype that leaves fans with their jaws on the floor. And just to be clear, when I say new gen, I'm only talking about anime that aired from 2015 onwards. So let's talk about the best new gen fights in anime. Starting off this list with Dogame from Windbreaker.
That's another game. Hold on.
Sure, he has the moves, but Sakura isn't coming slow.
Might see the anime talking about.
either. Now, this is the kind of fight that I'd call a real fight because it's a man-to-man brawl. There are no weapons or special powers, just the power of fists and sheer will. This reminds me of what I love about certain fights. I don't mind surprises, such as a new form/power or new equipment to change how the flow goes, but nothing beats solid choreography where both sides just wail on each other with no pauses. And the joy of fighting like this coming off their faces makes me want to smile uncontrollably too. This was the absolute rawest exchange.
I didn't hear a double kick. That was clean in the bitch.
Exchange of blows I'd seen in a long time. Mushoku Tensei has many fluid and fast-paced battles, but this one just hits the spot.
What is it?
It was a desperate struggle, an all-or-nothing battle to save Zenith. And let's be real, this was the ultimate raid boss. This fight showed Paul's true potential, not as a father, not as some washed-up adventurer, but as a straight-up warrior. It's probably the only time we get to see him this badass. And Rudy had no idea how powerful he'd become. But the real star of the show was Roxy. She saw a chance, she took it.
Yeah, I'll be on that Roxy, you know how it touch.
Otherwise, everyone in the party would have been done for. This is one of the most intense fights in Mushoku Tensei. It's so raw, chaotic, and terrifying because there was no guarantee they were all going to make it out alive.
No healer? Ooh. CGI is wicked though, I ain't about. Not gonna count. No bullshit. No bully. What is the 1 point? The 1 point crazy. Oh my god. Technical BT. What the hell?
Saitama versus Boros. You see, Boros was a big fish in a big pond that made the unfortunate mistake of travelling to a small pond with an alligator. Saitama lets him cook. At first, Boros actually sees him like he might be a problem. He sends Saitama flying, blitzes around the battlefield, and even kicks him to the moon. The moon, that is. That's some serious damage for anyone who isn't Saitama.
Nigga, look. No scratches. He's cooling.
Dude just casually jumps back like it's a minor inconvenience. Boros is giving it everything he's got. He unleashes collapsing star roaring cannon, an attack that could wipe out the entire planet. This is the kind of move you save for the final boss. This is his ultimate trump card.
Chad, he went 200% on this nigga. And 1 punch ain't even flinch.
But Saitama finishes it with a single iconic punch. That's it.
Look at that nigga, 1 punch for real? Chill out.
Animation of this fight scene is the real star of the show because it's such a treat to the eyes.
God.
One Punch Man never fails with its fight sequences and how gorgeous they look.
He dying his Saitama wins. Oh my goodness.
Next up we have Toru versus Elma.
Whoa.
AKA the most beautifully animated fight in the entire series. I didn't know this show could feature something like this. It was truly...
It's looking crazy, but it might be gas. Looking slept on.
Mind-blowing. Now, Elma didn't like the fact that Toru had been serving a human on Earth. According to her, Toru has better things to do. Toru just wants to live an easy life.
Hold up. Y'all on that bully.
She just wants to chill, you know? At first, they try to settle their differences like normal people. And by normal, I mean throwing hands in the middle of the sky.
Nah, they ain't scrapping. They ain't scrapping.
Causing shockwaves that could probably level a small country. And the animation, absolute perfection. Kyoto Animation went insanely hard for no reason. The action and fighting, the build-up of emotion, the voice acting, the climax of why Elma wanted to fight, everything was just perfect. I'll never forget how I felt watching it for the first time.
Yeah, they going crazy. Oh my god, the double kick on some Dragon Ball type. They be just sitting there cooling, you know it. Ghost of Vegeta, oh god. Oh god, y'all not asleep. I do gotta watch Black Clover though. But if y'all nigga wanna see more, I'm gonna drop the part 2. Why they be another time, man? It's Aaron Jace. Yeah, Haley. Let me find out. I'm sure I might have some more. Oh, this is not what I've seen. Okay. Hold up. Fuck that. You know what real shit, not chat. Well, I might have to stop this stream. Why that for real? That's a long ass video. No bullshit. Let's see what Geeton's talking about.
With James Gunn's Superman hitting theaters this summer, there's no better time than now to hop onto the Fury Live.
Yeah, you're yapping off for real.
Got this version, this spirit bomb, but it wasn't just any old spirit bomb. This version, this Super Genki Dama, was composed of the energy not just of Goku's allies, both present and those of the past, but also the energy of the Earthlings. All of them, due in part to the support of Mr. Satan, their hero, telling them to raise their arms up and give a little bit of their Genki to help defeat this threat to the entire universe. One of the more frequently asked questions that I've seen pop up from time to time is, was the Spirit Bomb, was the Genki Dama the only way to have finished off Kid Buu? Or was there another way? I think this mostly comes from the fans interpreting the Genki Dama technique itself as being one that's composed of pure health energy, Genki, which it is, and the fact that Majin Buu was pure evil. Now, we've seen the Genki Dama used, not including the Dragon Ball Z movies, we've seen it used on people like Vegeta and Frieza, and both of them, while being hurt, survived. And at the times they were both the victims of the Genki Dama, both of them were pretty evil, especially Frieza. He was a league above Vegeta when it came to being just an evil, sociopathic bastard, and yet he still survived. I'm going to explain all of that for you today as we go through the Genki Dama's power against Kid Buu and what made it so potent this time around and why there was nothing that Kid Buu could have done to block it. But first, I want to address the first question, which is, was this the only way to defeat Kid Buu? And the answer is no. Buu come very close to being defeated and completely eradicated using techniques that were not the Genki Dama. And no, I'm not talking about Vegeta's sacrifice, even though I think a lot of folks will assume that maybe if Vegeta was a bit stronger, he would have been able to pull it off. And you know what? That's possible, but that version of Vegeta didn't get the job done. I'm talking about later on, when there were more powerful versions of Majin Buu besides the original Fat Buu that were almost killed. The issue with defeating Majin Buu has always been his unbelievable stamina. Perhaps more than any other villain back then or even now in the Dragon Ball Super era, he can take punishment and keep coming. Not just because of his incredible stamina, but because of his unbelievable regeneration ability. Majin Buu's regeneration is light years ahead of Piccolo's or Cell's because his is based in magic, and his body itself, the way his body is even structured, obviously with a demonic magical flair to it, it can do things that regular mortals can't really do. Like I said, Majin Buu is a demon, which means that he counts in the god hierarchy. Although he's not a god like a Beerus or a Whis, he's still a demon, and thus they have access to moves that are above the understanding of mortal bodies, and his version of regeneration certainly is that. And I think a lot of fans have theorized that specifically Kid Buu, because he is the pure evil version of Buu, was also the hardest to kill because many fans have theorized that he knew how to use regeneration better than any of the other versions of Buu because it was almost like second nature to him.
He's
It was
killing
not
himself.
something he had to learn to do. He just knew how to do it because it's like you and I breathing or eating. It's just something that we just know how to do. Almost to the point where it's involuntary. Now, the 2 times that I mentioned where Majin Buu was almost killed without using the Genki Dama was during the earlier parts of Dragon Ball Z's Buu Saga, specifically when Gotenks was fighting Super Buu. When that fight went on, there was a moment where he was able to disintegrate Majin Buu to where all that was left was smoke. And then we literally witnessed he and Piccolo trying to snuff out the remainder of Buu, but yet he still was able to regenerate. But that's not even the moment I'm talking about. At the very end, Majin Buu, after taking a thrashing from Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he's about to become the victim of a Kamehameha until, of course, Gotenks would defuse, preventing Majin Buu from being destroyed in that moment. But the way it was drawn in the manga and the way that it was sort of given to us in the anime really makes me believe that Toriyama purposely teased this being a situation where Majin Buu was on the ropes and that a powerful enough blast from Gotenks would have probably done the trick. I mean, let's not forget that Goku himself, who taught Goten and Trunks the fusion pose from the Metamorans, he was the one that from the very start thought that Gotenks had the best chance of winning. And that's before he even saw the fusion happen, only because he has so much of a deeper knowledge and understanding of fusion that he thought that could do it. Then again, maybe he was overstating Gotenks' power or underestimating Majin Buu's stamina. And plus, when he first trained Goten and Trunks on how to do fusion, he was still the fat Majin Buu, and thus Super Buu is obviously strong.
He's stronger, they still keeping up with his ass. It's crazy.
Yes, there was one filler episode of DBZ where Gotenks in base form fought Fat Buu, and it was a fun episode, but in that fight, Gotenks got thrashed. But that was only in the anime. The first time they had ever met in the manga was in the Room of Spirit and Time, and by then Super Buu was the version of Buu that was out there. So Goku could not have predicted that being a problem. Nevertheless, though, it really does appear like Buu was history at this point. Then, of course, Ultimate Gohan came out, who was revealed to be even
Gohan came on bullshit, and so how you do that with twin?
Stronger than Gotenks. So, had that fight continued, Gohan would have probably won. But of course, Majin Buu, being the clever bastard that he was, pretended to blow himself up and disappear for a while until he was able to catch them off guard and absorb Gotenks and even the odds against Gohan.
Y'all nigga watching Gohan and shit, bro. Y'all supposed to be on 10 toes, waiting for some bullshit now.
Now, the second time that it was teased, and not even just teased, outright shown to us that Buu could have been killed using powers that were not the Spirit Bomb, was when Vegito fought Majin Buu. By this point, Majin Buu had become Buuhan and had access to a nearly unlimited level of power, and yet Vegito, the strongest fusion at the time and the strongest character in the original Dragon Ball manga,
strongest shit, getting wiped by base Vegito nigga, and then just packed up by Super Vegito. Super.
And in DBZ, before GT, before Super and all of the current stuff, Vegito embarrassed and humiliated Majin Buu throughout the entire fight to goad him into absorbing him. But there's one moment in the fight where Vegito straight up, without even powering up, without even thinking twice, is able to disintegrate a piece of Majin Buu's body right in front of him and taunt him with it by showing him that
I remember that, but that's a crazy peep. W geeked them.
At any point, Vegito could have completely destroyed Majin Buu using a number of different techniques, including just basic ki, because of how strong Vegito was. Super Vegito was an absolute animal, because it wasn't just that he destroyed any old villain. We're talking about a character that has magical regeneration abilities, and Vegito was able to destroy him at a subatomic level. This was way beyond what Gotenks could have done. So to me, that's enough evidence to show me that Majin Buu could have been killed without using the Genki Dama in Dragon Ball Z, just by having that much of a difference in power. The reason why the Genki Dama was even chosen by Vegeta, because it was his idea, is because A, Goku was almost out of power
Literally
after
almost out of
powering
key.
up to Super Saiyan 3
They were out of key, trying to charge up again, drop the form.
and being unable to utilize the form because his body fell apart. And at that point, both of them were in deep danger, so it was his choice. But the reasons why it was so effective is because A, it was a super Genki Dama, even bigger than the one on Namek or on Earth or at any other point, and it was the most potent Genki Dama up until that point because it had so much Genki from the people of Earth and many others. So that high amount of energy that Goku could use while still being physically exhausted was the best answer. The reason as to why the Spirit Bomb worked better against pure evil Buu than Frieza or Vegeta,
I would've just had Fusion Go, just waxing them, nigga, no bullshit. But hey, Genki Dama straight, Spirit Bomb, whatever you wanna call it, it's cool.
is because of the God hierarchy. Remember, the Genki Dama is a technique that Goku learned from the North Kaio-sama, who's also a god. The Genki Dama is a godly technique, just like Hakai and just like Ultra Instinct. And with Majin Buu being a demon, the other side of the coin, one could easily come to the conclusion that the Spirit Bomb's potent health energy was the key to defeating Buu. Plus, Buu was absolutely composed of pure evil, whereas Frieza and Vegeta, despite being pretty...
That nigga Buu was holding that bit, though. He was holding it for a hot minute.
damn evil, were biologically different, and thus the Genki Dama had much more of an effect on Kid Buu. Think about it. It's like using God Ki against another god, or God Ki against a demon. It's going to be more potent. And besides just that, Toriyama wrote it because it's a very poetic ending to Dragon Ball, because for once the humans helped save themselves.
W Geek though, man. We fuck the video. You want to tune in some of that shit? Y'all just let me know. Appreciate watching the vid. www. Nah, that's how you do it, stream. Yeah, I got that in my like, dear. Yeah. Now that's how you get a video up, buddy. That's how you get a video rocking. I can't see you if you join, when you join. Get a little light right quick. My like, dear. Oh, Smoking Fly, you got him. I like deer. Mike going on there. Cooking with Kaya pulled up. Oh, he looking through them big channel, bro.
What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy, the little man, I'm back with another video.
What's
so
her name?
fly.
No love.
I got a
Shiggy. She got that Shiggy on her.
I'm back with another video, so fly.
Shiggy. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Yeah, this spread is crazy, nigga. I'm not even out to it.
I got a special chef with me, actually. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what.
You know I am. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
You gotta show the fully.
I know. No, let's do it.
You got no panties on, twin. She wildin'.
Let's do it when we done.
Okay, when we done.
You got the plate.
When I got the
You got
plate.
the full shebang.
I ain't doing that 360, y'all.
You got to.
She been trying to get me to
You
do
got
360 and shit. I'm not trying to do all that. But look, we got Cayenne and Booty y'all here in LA.
Them both. They be noise. You feel me? Cooking with Kaya.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So you guys do not know
Maybe
what
I'm
we did.
dying. Really?
I don't even know how many likes did we say? We said 30,000 likes. I think it's almost at 100,000 likes. Yo. You guys got 100,000 likes, so we had to bring the what would you call this?
I guess it's a Sunday dinner, but it ain't like a full blown big Sunday dinner. But
We got Sunday dinner, y'all. Tell them what's on the menu.
so they decided on fried chicken, cornbread, green beans, and what? Macaroni
Macaroni. I ain't decide slide, twin. I ain't
He
Hold on.
decided.
I ain't the person who picked this
My
nigga.
boy.
No, we got
The licking him off.
Wait, what did he say?
What's it at? What's it at?
No, correct.
No necking him off.
Okay.
you too ATL for you, huh?
Yeah.
Speak too fast.
I don't understand everything you be saying.
So look, what you put on the menu was ribeye, neck bone. We not cooking none of that shit.
I know, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We got chicken. You feel what I'm saying? Mac and cheese, green beans, hella green beans. We gotta make an extra portion for him.
Alright.
He don't like to eat no neck.
Vegetables?
Healthy no neck in the building.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That boy no neck.
So he getting no necking in the middle.
We're gonna give you some more veggies, and then we making some lemonade too.
Yeah.
Some
Homemade lemonade.
Oh, the cornbread.
What about it?
We making cornbread too.
I said that.
Get off the counter, nigga. Bro, you know we gotta keep everything.
Vegetarian cornbread.
Y'all, man, sorry to take y'all from the.
Let me say vegetarian cornbread.
Get off the counter, nigga. Bro, you know we gotta keep everything.
Vegetarian cornbread.
Y'all, man, sorry to take y'all from the video, but look, y'all. Kaya accidentally left her pans that she was using to help to teach me to cook. She left the pans at the B&B, man, and we could not get them back. So look, y'all, you feel what I'm saying? I actually had to get Kaya some new pans. But the good thing about it is look, we're gonna get to that. So look, right, he sends me this link, you know what I'm saying? He gets $750.
You trying to get me.
Doing everything,
Trying to
playing
get me.
me. After y'all scan, fill out. I did
Oh, it's long ass.
the complete. Ralph, I ain't from here, so like.
I don't usually shop at Ralph's.
You know who Ralph is?
No.
Only Ralph I know is like Polo and shit, Ralph Lauren and shit. We just made it to the grocery store. We're finna go in here. Do we need a basket for what we get?
Yeah, we probably need a basket.
We need a basket. What you be getting, the small one or like one of these?
I think it's only one side.
All right, y'all. Yeah, so you gotta tell them what we making. What we getting?
We making Sunday dinner. So we making fried chicken,
Chicken,
some type of green, maybe like some green beans,
green beans,
and some macaroni.
macaroni.
She
I
on that.
love macaroni. You know, cap.
Oh wait,
You
you
know
forgot
that?
the basket.
You know that cute macaroni?
Boy done pulled up in the. Come on.
Alright, y'all. I don't know none of the ingredients we need.
we gonna need pans and everything. I don't know if they got that here. I was gonna
We
ask
in
you
the
to check,
little
but I
cart,
forgot.
motherfucker.
So we need pans.
Pans. We need a couple seasons.
Oh, go back, buddy. We see all that. Come on, buddy.
I was gonna ask you to check, but I forgot.
Okay.
So we need pans.
Pans. We need a couple seasons. I brought some.
Okay, you brought some seasons?
Yeah, I brought some.
Cause like, we don't got shit at the B&B.
I thought so. So
What you
yeah.
doing, bro?
Let's get the meat first.
You been good though?
Yeah,
You seen the, I've been chilling. You seen the video?
Yeah, the video did good.
Yeah,
The video did good.
really.
They want another one.
They like your personality and like how you like are besides like when you do your cooking stuff.
Myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're really nice though, because a lot
A
of
lot of
people
people
don't
say
be
that.
nice. A lot of people be mean. They be kind of like clout chasing for like
Yeah.
viral clips and shit. You
Yup,
kind of just
quit
be,
farming.
make everybody
Yeah,
feel
quit farming.
comfortable and shit.
Let's see if they got some over here. And it looks like they don't. Nope, they don't got none. We gotta get some
We
from
gotta
the
get
pack.
some over there.
Yep.
Alright, so y'all,
I like wings.
you like wings?
I don't eat nothing
Oh,
but
so
wings.
you're not a drum person?
Nah.
I'm a drum person.
Dang.
Damn,
Maybe we should get like a
that's
little mix pack.
Yeah.
Do they even got that here?
I don't know, y'all. Comment down below. Y'all a wing or a drum person? I really be liking
They
like
gonna
I
say
like a
wings.
wing,
Nobody.
drum,
I get all
bitch.
person. What
Yeah,
you like?
Wingstop.
I like the whole thing.
Nah.
This is like everything, but no cap. This is like anything, man.
I'm an all flats type of
Okay.
girl.
Well, we could just go wings then. We can wing it then.
Okay.
These?
I mean, we can. It's a lot of wings. Probably gonna make all these, but
Damn, this is Halloween. So that's better. Let's get these. These look a little more.
the smaller ones. Alright. I guess these alright. Yeah.
These are these.
These is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
They look like.
Let's get the bigger ones. Let's get the bigger ones, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
The first item. Alright.
Alright, so,
We got the
boom.
toes out. Hold on.
Alright.
Okay.
The first item.
Caught him. Caught him.
Alright.
Alright, so, boom, right? We got the chicken. Wait.
Wait, we need stuff to go with the chicken. We
What
need
are these?
flour.
Oh, these is drumsticks.
No, that's like a whole chicken.
That's a whole chicken?
It's a whole chicken.
Alright. Alright, y'all, so we got the chicken. We need to get,
the
Flour and shit.
flour and cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
Yep.
Flour and cornstarch.
That's gonna be on the aisle with like the right there where it says like sugar and baking needs down here.
I want to
I don't know shit about
Aisle
that.
7.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
No, actually, yeah. Let's just get the flour. Oh wait,
Oh my
that
goodness. You got
right there, all-purpose flour.
Alright, so all-purpose.
Grab an all-purpose flour, and
Shit.
then
Flour in that bitch, man. Don't run me over now, nigga.
we need cornstarch.
What the hell is cornstarch at?
Ooh, that's not good. I mean, we could do it without it, but it gives you more of a crunch, like the chicken.
We should ask them. So wait.
That would be on this.
Cornstarch adds crunch.
Yeah, more crunch. Yep.
Now we need
Make it
that.
more
We
crunch.
need
Exactly.
that shit. I want to try the real cookie.
They usually have it like somewhere right here. They must not have it.
Oh,
They ain't got
cornstarch,
no.
y'all. That's a bummer.
It be over here.
Alright, we might have to go to that Mexican store. I'm gonna go get some on there. You
They need to get pulled up on
feel me? They probably got
They
everything.
probably got.
No cap. Okay.
Here we go.
This
This is cornstarch.
Hey, can we get non-GMO cornstarch? What's the difference?
I don't know. I'll just use this one. You want to get that one?
Hey, that's your recipe.
Alright.
Hell nah. I'm trying to.
Let's try it. When we get back to B&B, we all gonna try cornstarch. See why people get addicted to it. No?
I ain't eating no damn cornstarch. Okay.
Alright,
She looking crazy.
we also need hot sauce and mustard.
So you from LA?
Yeah.
You from this part of
She
LA?
looking
Where technically, where are we?
We're in, I think, what is this, Westminster?
I think that's what it's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
I'm not
Right
from here,
now,
though.
yeah.
Close, though.
It's the wrong sauce out.
Yeah.
I told y'all, so look, man, Kaya actually tried
Mhm,
to set
not
this for
lying,
herself, man. It actually got her money, man. You know what I'm saying? I put y'all on, and then she was like, dang, you say you getting $750 off this? So I put her on, and she actually did it and got her $750, man.
Let's see something right quick. Yeah, Appreciate y'all, boy, man. We tuned in. We locked. Let's start.